'Twas the night before SmackDown, before as Grant is about to go to bed. Visions of giant apes and giant lizards, crushing buildings, dancing in his head. I don't know. He'll eat a piece of bread, go ride a sled. Hopefully I won't be dead. Sorry. Hi, everybody! I'm Grant, the movie and TV guy. How are you? Before we begin with this review, just sort of, I want to make like a general, just sort of, if you'll indulge me, just sort of, I'm going to get a little sappy with you guys. I went to go watch Supergirl a little while ago. I came back. It was a pretty solid episode. I came back, kind of took a look at my channel analytics. Turns out in the last few hours I've had a nice little subscriber bump. Thank you. Thank you guys from the bottom of my heart. You guys don't know how much that means to me. I don't mean to be sappy, I don't mean to kind of barrel, but really, y'all, when I started doing this channel a couple of months ago, when I moved the show kind of from Instagram, which was sort of like, a lot of Instagram, it's like family and close friends, and it was just kind of there, that's who I let in. It's kind of who I limit. So if you guys have even tried, it's not that I don't want you guys to, it's just that I'm very social media nervous. It's all it is. Because it's really just for family and friends. The only reason I really have, I don't even like social media. The only reason I really have Instagram is just because it's really for this channel. I mean, all that you see on this channel is really all you're seeing there. It's just like little updates, which I give regularly in my videos anyway. But thank you guys, and the fact that some of you even are doing the bell and like wanting to just get a notice when I pop a video. You don't know how that just means to me. I started this little video just because I'm like, everyone had told me for a long time, like my family and friends, like that they think, and I never really got this, but like you say meaningful things, you make me want to see or not see movies, and I'm just like, oh well, because you should have a blog. And so I started doing letterboxd about a year ago, and then I moved it over to video because I just thought, I got comfortable on letterboxd. I liked that community. Thought, check this guy out. Come back to YouTube and do proper channels. Thank you guys. I've had so much fun seeing movies with you, and I've actually been motivated to see movies that I wouldn't otherwise seek out. So I could talk about it. So, for you guys. And it's given me more of an excuse to do what I love, which is see movies and TV. It's my life. When I say it's what I do, it really is. Even when I hate a movie, I have mad respect for the people who make them. I just think that it's a really dope. It's my favorite form of art, as I say on my about. So thank you all. When I say I love you all and I thank you all, I mean it from the bottom of my heart. Thank you guys so much. You have no idea how much. Just you turning my video on, whether you like it, dislike it, subscribe, don't subscribe, just the fact that you watch my videos for even 5 seconds really makes me. You don't know how much that means to me. Thank you guys so much. I appreciate it. Okay. So why am I here today other than a thank you? Well, I promised, I might be doing this on a week-by-week basis. Who knows? Maybe I'll just have so much fun with it and I'll knock them all out in a few days. Who knows? But, I'm going to start doing, my re-reviews for the Oscars. Why not? Before I go to bed and prepare for battle tomorrow with Godzilla vs. Kong. So, let's just start with the one that I'm most excited to talk about of the three that I still, that I have seen. All three, obviously, if you watch my best of list, all three of these are on here. So I just want to give a proper video review just before the Oscars. I want to make a nice little playlist so that you guys can watch my review of all 8 Best Picture nominees if you were at all curious. And I think it's anybody's race this year. I really do. I think they're all really great films. I'm going to be honest, I was one of the people who's in the minority of people who wasn't like, I liked the film, don't get me wrong, I recommended it, but I wasn't like over the moon about like Shape of Water. I kind of was like, I didn't even think it was one of Del Toro's best, and I like Del Toro. So there's always at least one movie every kind of Oscars that I just, Green Book, which I'm in the probably pretty big majority is like, really, Green Book? Really? Nominated and won? Like, I don't think it's a terrible film, but it's just like, why? In the same year, we have things like A Star is Born in Roma. Why? You know what I mean? So anyway, Stop rambling, Grant. Get on with it. Okay. So the movie I'm going to talk about for this first one is a movie I love. It's a movie that I don't rank my list of the best movies of the year, but there are movies that I think really are just like the top of the heap. And of the ones that weren't nominated, Kajillionaire, Miranda July's Kajillionaire probably is on there, and of the ones that are nominated from last year, keep in mind, Nomadland, although I reviewed it, will not be on my best of 2020 list. It will be on my best of 2021 list. Same with Minari, The Father, and Judas and the Black Messiah, and I think, what was the other one? Oh, not Sound of Metal. Sound of Metal was a late entry because that actually did come out in 2020. But basically, the ones, if they didn't have a limited theatrical release or streaming release in 2020 until 2021, they do not count until my list. That's my criteria. I'm sorry. That's how it is. So, the first movie, get on with the Grant. The first movie is Promising Young Woman. Promising Young Woman, directed and written by phenomenal English actress turned filmmaker Emerald Fennell, and produced by Margot Robbie. Dope. She's not in the movie, but she knows a good screenplay when she sees one. I'm glad she put her name behind this. So, because it's terrific. Promising Young Woman stars the great Carey Mulligan, who delivers a truly Oscar-worthy performance. I'm glad you got nominated. As Cassandra Thomas, Cassie for short, who is a woman. She's the promising young woman of the title. Because everyone said she was a promising young woman. She had, she was going to be a doctor. She went to school for it. That all fell apart. Trigger warning, by the way. That all fell apart when her best friend, Nina, something really horrible happened to her best friend, Nina, where she was, they were at a party and she was raped. She was sexually assaulted. And the leader of that charge is a guy named Al, who's played by, what was that guy's name? Don't remember. He's good in the film. Basically, so what she does is that she has an interesting revenge plan where basically she goes to bars every Saturday and she pretends to be, as she very aptly puts it in her explanation, too drunk to stand so that a quote-unquote nice guy will try to take her home, who are not actually nice. And then the second they're about to do something, go too far, second they're about to, not use consent and be rapey and horrible, Cassie drops the act, reveals that she's sober, and turns the tables and psychologically ruins them, basically. Doesn't kill them, but just kind of psychologically kind of ruins them. And basically, but she has a list of names. She's heading on a mission toward Al that'll come to a head at his upcoming bachelor party. This was years ago this happened, but she really... And we begin to realize about Cassie is that her parents, her father's... Clancy Brown is her... Mr. Krabs, that's right. Clancy Brown is her dad, and he's great in the movie. But he basically, she's basically kind of a screw-up. Her parents, she's seen as such by her parents. All she had was her friendship with Nina, and so now it's on. Now, basically what happened is that after Nina does not appear in the film on screen, and we find out a pretty tragic reason why. She's not in the actual film. I'm not going to give it away, but it's very sad. Otherwise, so she lost this friend, and so basically that's all she had, that it gave her happiness. Then she runs into another former classmate, played by Bo Burnham, and maybe he's a chance. He might just be the chance for her to have some level of happiness. This movie's phenomenal. This movie is really, really good. This is a movie that has such an interesting tonal balancing act. It's so where it can go from really difficult scenes of, for instance, and this feels impossible to me in just the tonal balance of it, but they pulls it off. Emerald Fennell pulls it off so beautifully, where it goes from these horrifying scenes like someone witnessing the video of a horrible assault, and then it'll cut to, of all things, and I know this sounds so silly, her and Bo Burnham dancing to a Paris Hilton song in the middle of a grocery store. And somehow it keeps that tonal balance intact. It keeps it... It's a dark comedy and drama and thriller, but no genre steps on the other genre's toes. It's funny at times. It's very bleak and very sad at times. It's borderline kind of horrific and scary at parts, especially toward the end. It's kind of wickedly clever. And it leads to an ending that I made me cheer. Like the way this movie ends. I won't spoil it for those who haven't seen it and don't know. But basically, it goes down a path where you're like, oh no, where you feel like it's going to be too much reality, and it's going to really, really just. It's like, well, what are you going to do? And it's just going to be bleak. Then it does an ending that honestly could only happen in movies. But so what? Because it's a movie. And so, it's a satisfying... It's basically, at that point, you were just rooting for this character, and... all I'll say is that revenge is sweet, and leave it at that. Promising Young Woman's a great movie. And I'm going to give it what I gave it on Letterboxd, which is 5 stars. This is a phenomenal film. That's it! Close the book on it. Trailer trash, none. Watched it at home. Unfortunately, I wish I could have watched it with an audience. That was would have been... Apparently, they re-released it in Edwardsville this weekend. I should have gone. Busy. Had other movies to see and things to do. So, yeah. And was there shawarma? No, there wasn't. So, that I can remember. No, there wasn't. Okay, so, right, 5 stars for Promising Young Woman out of 5. Great film. Great. I can't emphasize, great film. In fact, here. Stay there, fantastic Mr. Fox. Don't dock me, Universal. I own this film. See that? Blu-ray. That's how much I love this film. I bought it. There you go. I wanted to own it. So, it's extremely rewatchable and clever. So yeah, that's it for me. So some announcements. Like I kind of alluded to, tomorrow night, me and a friend of mine who are going to be wearing matching shirts, I'm not wearing it now, and we're going to go see Godzilla vs. Kong tomorrow night. Opening night. I'm really pumped. In IMAX. I'm not going to do that one on HBO. I'm going to watch it on the big old screen. So this is going to be a blast. And then, also, late Wednesday night. Probably more like early Wednesday morning. By the time I get to it and by the time I get home, I'm pretty much planning an all-nighter. Pretty much for Wednesday, because I'm going to have a lot to get done that I'm going to have to push a little bit off for, is a season 1 review of Resident Alien on Sci-Fi. I think it's a great show, and I think more people should check it out. And then, I've also I watched the first episode of Mighty Ducks Game Changers. I'm gonna wait till the end of the season, but I actually really dig it. I think it's basically the Mighty Ducks 4, the one we never got. I'm not counting the animated pilot movie because that was terrible, and not even canon. Where's Gordon Bombay? Nowhere. So got that. In a few weeks, got Falcon and Winter Soldier, which is going great so far. Great show. And then Friday. I already got my ticket Friday night, and a lot of this is almost like I'm almost certain it's not going to be very good, but who knows? Maybe it'll be. The Unholy. I'm seeing The Unholy Friday night, the new horror film with Jeffrey Dean Morgan, the new Screen Gems horror flick, which Sam Raimi produced. Which I love Sam Raimi. Don't get me wrong, but I feel like it's kind of a crapshoot. Sometimes you get a Don't Breathe or an Evil Dead, but other times you get like The Messenger. So who knows? But I'm pumped. And then I'm also planning on no French Exit this weekend. I guess was too indie to come here to Edwardsville. Sad. Eventually, though, if I don't see that in theaters, I'm going to rent that one and review it because I want to see that flick. Seen the trailer a bunch. I'm really pumped for it. I'm also going to watch, planning on renting and watching before Easter because Easter's family time. But Shiva Baby, which I've heard nothing good thing. In fact, I might watch that Thursday night or Friday before I go to The Unholy, depending on what I get done. If it's only like 76 minutes, something like that. I've heard nothing but things. I'm really excited about it. And then, I'm trying to think what else we'll do. Oh, and SNL Saturday night with Daniel Kaluuya. The only movie I can think of next week that I think we're getting for sure is Voyagers, which I'm gonna see for sure. So. Yeah, that'll all be... And then also there's a movie coming out called The Girl Who Believes in Miracles. Looks like a Hallmark movie. Maybe I'll check it out and review it. Doesn't look very good. Seeing the trailer doesn't look great. So, that'll be next time. Until next time, I'm glad the movie to you guys. See it all, and I'm happy to share it with you. Thank you. I love you all. Appreciate you all. Be kind to one another. Thank you all. Take care.